No, roll for, oh, call to order, okay. This meeting, do I do that part first? The meeting is being conducted both in person and remotely due to the COVID-19 restrictions. If you have comments or would like to submit public comment, please see page 2 or 3 of the agenda for the instructions. And then I'd like to join me in the pledge. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Trustee Guyer.
Here.
Trustee Spurling. Trustee Bauman.
Here.
Trustee Youngerman.
Here.
Trustee Marisak.
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger.
All right, so public participation this is an opportunity for any member of the public. They have 2 minutes to speak on any topic that they would wish. If you're on the agenda or speaking on a topic related to an item further down on the agenda, please hold that comment until that time. Anyone have public comment? Jeff, did you receive any?
We did not receive any comment via voicemail, email.
And Sonia's checking for
No,
anybody
she's-
online?
She's muting Christina.
Oh. Thank you. And we have no comments from online?
Doesn't appear so.
All right, so we have presentation of the Festival of Trees winners. And is Christina handling that? Christina's handling that? Now that you muted her? Christina, are you there?
I am here. I was hoping Debbie would handle it since she was there in person, but I am here and can do it.
Okay,
Would you like me to go ahead and do it?
yep, you're on. Yes,
Where are the certificates?
the certificates?
They're in my office. Sorry, guys. I'm at home with COVID
That's
contact.
okay. That's okay.
Yep.
Okay, I will run and get the certificates.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, I can start talking, so
Okay,
I
if
can
you
do
want
the
to announce the
presentation.
winner. Thank you.
Go ahead.
The floor is yours, Christina.
Okay, so after a really successful Festival of Trees, this year we really had a great turnout at the tree lighting ceremony. We had 14 trees that participated in the indoor decorating contest. And then we had another 15 or 16 trees that participated in the River Street tree decorating as well. We unveiled those at the tree lighting on December 5th. We truly appreciate everyone who participated. It was a lot of local businesses coming together to support the holidays here in Montgomery this year. We are excited to announce that the Bauman Family Funeral Home won the Chamber Choice for the River Street Festival of Trees for 2021, and that was chosen by the Chamber Board. The Festival of Lights indoor tree, the first place went to the Orchard Road Animal Hospital. The second place went to Oswego Land Park District, and third place went to the Oswego Public Library District.
Very nice. So Debbie is getting the certificates now?
Yeah, and we do have certificates for all the winners. We have Matt's signature and Debbie's signature on them. And then the first place winner of the Indoor Festival of Trees, so Orchard Road Animal Hospital, has won a $50 Rosati's gift card. So they can hopefully have a good, fun employee lunch.
That's fantastic. Thank you for the Festival of Trees, Christina. I know you worked really hard to kind of change the way that whole event went down, and getting the participation from Vets and Gray's Mill with the cookies and the hot chocolate, and the MEDC office for the coloring contest was just a great thing. A couple more activities going on here downtown during the event. So, all right, I have the certificates.
That's first, second, third.
First, second, third, and
This is the
Bauman.
Chamber Choice.
Perfect, okay. So I have the Bauman Family Funeral Home Certificate. Mr. Bauman? Thank you. Thank you very much, appreciate it. The Oswego Public Library District. Oh. Oswego Land Park District. I think that there's no one here for that.
I can go ahead and take that.
Oh.
I know some people there.
Mr. Betzinger is here. And then the Orchard Road Animal Hospital. I don't believe anyone is here for that. So we'll go to Rosati's after the meeting. No. So we'll make sure we get that certificate over to the Orchard Road Animal Hospital. And again, thank you to everybody for participating. It was a great turnout. The weather could have been a little bit less rainy. A little bit of snow would have been nice, but I'll take it. So thank you again, Christina. Appreciate all of the work on that.
Oh, no, it definitely was a team effort. So Public Works and the River Street businesses and everyone who participated.
Thank you. All right, so moving on to item C, the public hearing of annexation agreement between Village Montgomery and 325 South Route 31 LLC regarding annexation and development of the grid, formerly the Caterpillar plant site. I'd like to open that public hearing. If anyone has any comment for the public hearing, please step to the podium. Hearing none, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. And we'll move on to the consent agenda. I don't need a motion to close the public hearing, correct? No? All right. So consent agenda, I'll read these items and then look for a motion to approve. Minutes of the village board meeting from December 13th. Executive session meeting minutes from December 13th. Building report for December 2021. Year-end building report for 2021. Water production report for December 2021. Refuse report for November 2021. Accounts payable through December 27th, 2021, in the amount of $1,814,740.51. Accounts payable through January 6th, 2022, in the amount of $334,687.73. Clark Environmental Annual Report for 2021, and then Ordinance 1947, amending Section 3-1 and 3-7 of the Village Code, creation of a new Class S liquor license for craft distilleries. Second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Youngerman.
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger.
Yes.
Trustee Guyer.
Yes.
Trustee Bauman.
Yes.
Trustee
Yes.
Marisak.
Yes. All right, items for separate action. Item A, recommendation of the Montgomery Developmental Fund Committee related to H.H. Shuffeld Whiskey Company application. And who's,
I'll be taking
Sonia?
that one. So back in December, the MDF held a meeting to discuss and make a recommendation on the H.H. Shuffeld Whiskey Company's application for the Mill District Restaurant Grant. They requested $55,000 for their build-out of their leased space, with the total estimated cost of their build-out and equipment for the distillery, $55,000 with total upstart costs at approximately $171,000. We provided you with a copy of their application and supplementary information that was also provided to the MDF. The MDF did recommend approval of the requested grant, and staff would recommend that these funds be released at the time of building permit, and that the board direct staff to prepare the grant documents to come back before you for final approval.
any discussion? Questions for staff? Was there a motion?
I have a question.
Okay.
The petitioner was okay with issuance of funds at time of building permit?
He is actually on the line, so let me put him over and we can ask him if he's. All right, Bob, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Can.
Great. Hi, Steve. You had a question?
Yeah, my question was, as staff was going through this, they had said that they were recommending approval for the $55,000 amount at time of, what was it, Sonia, building permit?
Building permit.
Is that, I'm assuming you're okay with that?
Yeah, it'd be great. It would be really helpful to help me get the build out done. And then depending on how much is left over after the build out of the tasting room and cocktail bar area, you know, I have some other things like potentially some water treatment stuff to use the spring water and some other things that sinks and all sorts of things that will need to go into the actual cocktail area that are other than the build out.
Okay, that was my question. Thank you.
Yep.
And this is just going to be one phase, correct? I mean, so when he gets a building permit, it's gonna be for the entire project? This isn't gonna be like a phase project?
No, this is not a phase project
Okay, so when he submits for the building permit, it's gonna be
for his full build-out
for the full build out of the facility and,
of his facility.
Of his
So
facility,
the
correct.
property owner is the one that'll actually be erecting the silo, and then it'll be his responsibility to build out his space per his lease agreement.
okay, and then, so he's gonna have to get water and sewer and, I'm just curious about how it's all gonna phase out with,
I think the providing of the utilities to it might be either a shared cost or being brought in by the property owner.
okay.
So, but any of the plumbing inside of the building, I think, is definitely under Mr. Many's obligations.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious too, I'm looking at the picture here, and there's just a lot of windows in the silo, and so I'm not an engineer, but I would just imagine that they're gonna have to do quite a bit of structural build out on the inside of the silo. The silo itself is gonna support like the floor and stuff with all the windows in it. So they'll submit all that, so it'll be one submittal for the entire project. And then on the approval of that, then we'll issue the funds.
Yes, upon approval of the permit for
That's
his
perfect,
build-out will be the
okay.
issuance of the
And
funds.
it's my understanding that the actual structure of the silo is
Gray's Mill's
Gray's
responsibility.
Mill is building the silo.
Okay.
And this is a
That's
tenant
correct.
in it, so his build-out is his tasting
permit.
room area, his back room area and things after the silo is constructed. It's not
Okay.
part of, they're two separate things.
Right,
Gotcha, so it's just like if you rented in a strip mall or something like that, the building is there, you go in, and then you pay
Yes.
to,
You're
Put the-
doing
you put the
your
walls
interior
where you
build
want.
out, Yep.
Correct.
okay, perfect, just wanted to make sure we're.
So,
okay.
and this is at permit of his permit, not the
Of the
Gray's Mill.
distillery's
It's the
build-out permit.
distillery's permit, not the Gray's permit.
Okay, so then they're gonna have to build the silo, get it erected, get it approved, get a CO for that, and then he'll submit for his plans?
correct.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
he can
all right.
submit in the meantime, but obviously he won't be able to start until they're substantially completed on the silo for him to be able to begin his work.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, perfect.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll?
Trustee Guyer?
Yes.
Trustee Bauman?
Yes.
Trustee Youngerman?
Yes.
Trustee Marisak?
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, moving on to item B, ordinance 1941, authorizing the execution of an annexation agreement between the Village of Montgomery and 325 South Route 31 LLC, The Grid. This is the second reading.
It is, and give me just one moment. Okay, he's off, good. All righty, so at the December 13th meeting, we had our first reading of the annexation agreement, along with a multitude of other ordinances that you will also be approving hopefully tonight. We had just had the public hearing, which is the last piece that we need for the annexation agreement. There were some small changes to the annexation agreement from the last time you saw it, and I think we discussed them a little bit at that meeting, that the owner and some of the tenants had asked that some of the language regarding building permits and that transition from the county to the village be amended, so that has been taken care of. So it does say that any permits that were pulled by either the tenant or the property owner will be honored, that were filed in the county. And we've already started taking over some of those permits, so some of those documents have already started making their way over from Kendall County. So we're all set on that. The ordinance that you have there For the first one, we'll approve the annexation agreement, and then you have the further ones down the line, which we have the actual annexation, the rezoning, the planned unit development, and the preliminary plat. So those will also all need to be approved tonight. No changes to any of them other than the PUD ordinance. We did have the attorney for the Shearings at the last meeting that brought up some concerns, and they had at the Planning and Zoning Commission hearing as well regarding illumination standards and outdoor storage screening. So those have been addressed in the updated ordinance. We worked with Laura and kind of came up with some language that was a little bit more specific regarding the lighting. So it does specifically say any new construction or new actual light standards that are placed on Lot 3, which is where the outdoor storage area is and is adjacent to the sharing property. They have to meet the ordinance, the current UDO ordinance. So if they put anything up there, they'll have to meet that maximum 1-foot candle light requirement at the property line, and they'll have to be shielded and all that kind of stuff. So that's addressed in there, as is outdoor storage. So for outdoor storage, it kind of follows what we're doing for Caterpillar Drive, where if it's within a certain number of feet, it's 30 feet. It can only be a maximum of 10 feet tall, and it has to be fenced and screened. If it is less than 100 feet, then it can only be a maximum of 18 feet tall and has to be fenced and screened. Once it gets beyond that 100-foot mark, then it no longer has to be fenced and screened for any outdoor storage in relation to that western property line. So that was the compromise we came up with on that, to kind of clarify screening requirements from that property line area. So that's been incorporated into there as well. And one random thing that came up in between was addressed in there was the painting of the water tower, because it currently says Caterpillar on there and they want to repaint it to have the grid logo. We don't have any signage regulations for water towers because they're all ours and we don't have to get a permit. So we incorporated some language in there that they would be allowed to repaint it and put the new logo on it, but it has to be substantially the same size as the existing graphic that's on there now. So it was updated to allow for that repainting and kind of put that size parameter on it. So those are the major changes from the last meeting in that PUD ordinance, which you'll also be voting on tonight. I understand that's not where we're at quite in this, but I figured I'd just kind of go over the whole kit and caboodle there for you, and then we can kind of plow through the grid.
Perfect. I have a question. The Shearing folks were good with the compromise?
Yes, I did speak to Mr. Shearing this afternoon, and he did say that sounded like it addressed most of his concerns. I haven't had any follow-up conversations with him or his attorney, so I think we're good on that end.
Okay.
The grid is good with the compromise? Okay.
Any questions for petitioner? Staff? Anyone? Motion?
So move.
Second.
All right. Call the roll?
Trustee Guyer?
Yes.
Trustee Bauman?
Yes.
Trustee Youngerman?
Yes.
Trustee Marisak?
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Moving on to ordinance 1943, annexing property 325 South Route 31, also second reading. Is there anything to discuss on this, or
No.
this is just next item we
Next
kind of
item,
covered? All right, so
So moved.
Second.
motion by trustee Youngman, second by Bauman. Call the roll?
Trustee Youngerman?
Yes.
Trustee Marisak?
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger?
Yes.
Trustee Guyer?
Yes.
Trustee Bauman?
Yes.
All right, moving on to ordinance 1944, zoning property 325 South Route 31, second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Go ahead and call the roll.
Trustee Youngerman?
Yes.
Trustee Marisak?
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger?
Yes.
Trustee Guyer?
Yes.
Trustee Bauman?
Yes.
All right. Moving on to ordinance 1946, approval of preliminary plat for the development location located at 325 South Route
Hold on.
31.
We're in E.
Oh, I
Yep.
apologize, I skipped ordinance 1945, approving a planned unit development at 325 South Route 31, the grid.
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll?
Trustee Bauman?
Yes.
Trustee Youngerman?
Yes.
Trustee Marisak?
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger?
Yes.
Trustee Guyer?
Yes.
All right, moving on now to 1946, approving of preliminary plat for the development located at 325 South Route 31.
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll?
Trustee Guyer?
Yes.
Trustee Bauman?
Yes.
Trustee Youngerman?
Yes.
Trustee Marisak?
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger?
Yes.
All right. And moving on to item G, ordinance 1948, approving the Caterpillar Drive Tax Increment Financial District Redevelopment Project Area Redevelopment Plan and Program. Wow, waiver of the first, passage on the second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll?
Trustee Betzinger?
Yes.
Trustee Guyer?
Yes.
Trustee Bauman,
Yes.
Trustee Youngerman?
Yes.
Trustee Marisak?
Yes. All right, moving on to item H, ordinance 1949, designating the proposed Caterpillar Drive TIF redevelopment project area pursuant to the Tax Increment Allocation Redevelopment Act. Waiver of the first, passage on the second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, call the roll?
Trustee Bauman,
Yes.
Trustee Youngerman?
Yes.
Trustee Marisak?
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger?
Yes.
Trustee Guyer?
Yes.
All right, ordinance 1950, adopting tax increment allocation financing for the Caterpillar Drive redevelopment project area. Waiver of the first, passage on the second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, call the roll?
Trustee Youngerman?
Yes.
Trustee Marisak?
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger?
Yes.
Trustee Guyer?
Yes.
Trustee Bauman?
Yes.
All right, moving on to item ordinance 1951, approval of a redevelopment agreement by and between the Village of Montgomery, Illinois, and 325 South Route 31 LLC. Waiver of the first, passage on the second.
So moved.
Any discussion? Okay, call the roll?
Trustee Guyer?
Yes.
Trustee Bauman,
Yes.
Trustee Youngerman?
Yes.
Trustee Marisak?
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger?
Yes.
And if I could, I would just like to make a comment here real quick. Now we've gone through all that, and just thank everybody for their part that they played, especially Director App. It was just, I just imagine putting all this together, all the moving parts, all the players, the time that it took to do this and to get everything to come to fruition at one meeting like this. Is just amazing that she was able to pull this off. So
Yes.
thank you and
Thank
staff
you.
and everybody else involved. And
It looks like we breezed through this with the votes and stuff, but this has been months and months of hard
Yeah.
work by everybody.
Right?
And discussion but more importantly, cooperation with everybody involved. And that, it's been fantastic. So thank you very much as a village board member.
Say, we thank you. We look forward to a long, continued occupancy within your town. We appreciate this started actually before Sonia, but she ably took this over and made this happen, and we can't wait to continue doing what we're doing. In fact, something was just in CNN today about the glove manufacturer.
Nice.
So you should go look that up.
And that you're now gonna have all PPE made here at the grid, so we replace jobs. We obviously have Tangent Technology there now, making, I don't know, resin, I guess, like Adirondack chairs. So everybody next summer buying Adirondack chairs, so you're supporting a local Montgomery business. Tax and everything, but my client cannot thank you guys enough for the support, and Sonia and Laura and Kathy, whoever she is, for the partnership, and we look tremendously forward to talking about great things and ribbon cuttings and groundbreakings going forward. And, I think I mentioned this on the 13th, that Village Manager Brawley was quoted, and I think the executive of the county was quoted, that one day we'll return it back to its glory. I think not only will we return it back to the glory, but I think it'll be much better than it was before, because it's going to create great opportunity for everybody in the area. So thank you.
Thank you. This
Thank you,
is
guys.
the kind of partnerships that we need in Illinois to get things doing.
Yes,
I
thank
agree.
you. Thank you to,
Welcome to
to
Montgomery.
everybody involved. Laura, thank you to you as well, because all that we just breezed through, just so everyone knows, we read a sentence. There's pages and pages and pages of hard work from our attorney on the back end of all of this. So thank you, Laura. And again, we appreciate you guys making the investment here in Montgomery and in our region, and look forward to many great years together.
I'm afraid it won't be the last time you'll see me, though. So-
I hope not.
But we welcome you to come back, so thank you. All right, so we will move on to item K, professional service agreement with Engineering Enterprises for Lake Michigan Water Allocation Permit Technical Assistance in the amount of $88,800.
So moved.
No,
No.
hold on. Is this Director Wolf, are you handling this?
Yes, that's
Thank
correct.
you.
Thank you, trustee
We got on a roll here, so.
Yeah, I'm fine with that
And
if you
roll
want.
tide is,
Proceed.
you know.
Don't let it stop you. So just some quick background. Obviously, the village board has given staff the direction and moving forward with the future water source from DuPage Water Commission. And as part of that, the village of Montgomery will have to have their own allocation permit process through IDNR for the village to be able to accept water from Lake Michigan. And so this PSA tonight is basically for EEI's cooperation with the village, and in order for us to gain the technical knowledge that they have. Many of staff of EEI have worked on similar applications with the city of Joliet, so they have a lot of knowledge and background in this area. And so we anticipate that we'll be able to capture and take advantage of that knowledge in moving forward with the village's application. If there's any questions, I'm happy to answer them at this time.
No questions? Motion, again, I apologize.
Second?
All right. And then call the roll, Deb?
Trustee Bauman. Yes. Trustee Youngerman.
Yes.
Trustee Marisak.
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger.
Yes.
Trustee Guyer.
Yes.
All right, passes 5-0.
This is another one of those items that we have spent, well, longer talking about this sort of thing than we did even the annexation of CAT. I've been a board member for 9 years. We've been talking about it for 8.5. So thank you guys for all your hard work. And like President Brawley keeps saying, is it's one of the most important decisions we're ever gonna make. Yeah.
All right, moving on to item L. This is a rejection of bids for the landscaping maintenance services. Director Wolf?
Thank you, trustee Marisak. So as you stated, there's a rejection of bids. There's a memo that was attached in the board packet giving a definition of the issue that arose. So basically, in short, there were some some typographical errors that were made as far as it relates to the quantities in some of the service areas that are identified in this contract. So staff has now gone through those areas to make sure that those are rectified, and then we'll publish this back out for open bid and go through the process again after those adjustments have been made. So, and then bring it back forth again in front of the board for approval, hopefully at that time. If there's any questions, I'm happy to answer them at this time.
Okay. Do we need a motion?
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by trustee Guyer? Was that right?
Second.
Second by trustee Youngerman. Call the roll.
Trustee Guyer.
Yes.
Trustee Bauman.
Yes.
Trustee Youngerman.
Yes.
Trustee Marisak.
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger.
All right. Items for discussion. We have,
New or unfinished.
oh,
We don't have
okay,
any item for discussion.
okay. And then newer unfinished business. Anyone have anything this evening? All right. Future meetings schedule, Beautification Committee, Wednesday, January 12th. Committee of the Whole meeting, Tuesday, January 8th, to be canceled. Intergovernmental Committee, Monday, January 24th. And then Village Board meeting, Monday, January 24th. So we need a motion to cancel the Committee of the Whole? Right, do we vote on that, or do we just? We don't need to? Okay, so we're good. So it'll be canceled, Committee of the Whole will be canceled. No executive session, and motion to
So moved.
adjourn, second. Call the roll?
Trustee Youngerman.
Yes.
Trustee Marisak.
Yes.
Trustee Betzinger.
Yes.
Trustee Guyer. Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
Bauman.
I know, right?
We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming. Roll Tide.
That was really short for such a long agenda.
Go Dogs.